Hey! Welcome back once more to Genshin Impact. We've been springing a lot lately. But yeah, we also got lots to do. Again, it's oh well, not that much anymore. As I mentioned already in the last stream, we had like 2 more things we wanted to do. First one was getting all the Hydroculus that are currently available, which we have done. The other thing is this event. I did say I would save this up a bit just so it can go at it like in one fell swoop. In case there are like some time gates so that I don't have like to worry about those. And I do hope there aren't any. Ah, since there's so much energy here, why not do it? Kind of like extra rewards never is. Especially since I also like still have to get the Hydro Shields. What's that? Actually, I have to go around it a bit. Slightly.
That can't be right. Oh, but what if they're real after all? No, that can't be. But what if there's a chance?
Greetings, miss. Is there something that's bothering you?
Oh, no, it's nothing. I'm Della Roche, the representative of the Fontaine Fishing Association. How can I help you? Oh, so you're adventurers. Oh, finally. Someone has heard my prayers.
Paimon could tell you were really bothered by something. Don't worry, you've got 2 super experienced adventurers right here. We'll take care of anything and everything for you as long as you pay us a little bit of mora.
Oh, you are exactly the helpers I need. See, the problem is that the fish around a fishing spot at Araneus have just all up and vanished recently. They disappeared too quickly for it to have been the work of human anglers. As the representative of the Fishing Association, I had planned to go and investigate the area right away. Right, but unfortunately, as the representative of the Fishing Association, there are a few other errands that I absolutely have to run. So
you'd like us to investigate the spot for you?
exactly, you're right on the Mora. So I thought I could delegate this work to you. Are you two some kind of prophets, knowing exactly what I was going to say like that? Or maybe like the oracles you read about in fairy tales?
No, we already told her that we're adventurous. Why is she asking about it now? If she's like already looking for adventures to do that, why is she second guessing that?
Yeah, we're just really experienced
And hey,
in this
Shana.
kind of thing, that's all.
Well, I'm glad to hear it. I'll get a good night's sleep knowing the two of you are on the case.
But don't we just need to investigate the missing fish? It really doesn't sound too difficult.
No, you mustn't let your guard down. As the representative of the Fishing Association, I have good reason to believe that the fish have gone missing due to an encounter with the water imps.
What are rodents now?
Yes, you're both Outlanders, right? Our local fairy tales often speak of a terrifying underwater creature called Thelxie. The story our parents would tell us was always the same. If we went to the water alone, then we'd be snatched away and eaten by a water imp called Thelxie.
I'm doing quite okay. What about you?
A child eating water imp? Did they tell you what it looked like?
My father would always describe it as a beautiful, multicolored snake woman, while my mother said it had a handsome face. It's really strange, though, because you'd also hear other people describe it as just a chubby penguin with a deceptive appearance. Even though the tales vary regarding its appearance, everyone agrees that it's really dangerous. It lives in an underwater cave surrounded by pallid bones and uses its sensitive nose to track down lonely children who've lost their way.
The description doesn't sound that dangerous, but okay. I get here you're doing fine. Why you're exhausted though?
And once it finds a child, it uses its alluring singing voice to lure them into the water before swallowing them whole. Pretty terrifying, isn't it?
Sounds kinda scary. But isn't that pretty normal for a fairy tale? After all, those kinds of stories are usually made up to help keep children away from danger.
But what if the fairy tale was inspired by a real-life tale, just like how a water vein always has a source? Well, I wouldn't call it evidence per se, but I've heard some rumors lately. They say that someone recently saw a child walk into the water as if he was possessed by something. Doesn't that sound just like he was responding to the call of a water imp?
I'm guessing she's just mistaking Freminet and this like automaton penguin for the legend. Is this what this revenge story is gonna be about?
So you mean someone really got eaten by a water imp?
It's all hearsay, so it's hard to confirm. But still, they all say this happened on Irenaeus. That's no laughing matter if you ask me. Both the Opera House and the Fountain of Lucine were built there, and the sources of many water veins can be traced to the island as well. Combine that with the mysterious mist, the huge tree with expansive underground roots, and the rumor that the fish ships on the island can understand human language. Is it really so shocking that an island so shrouded in mystery could harbor a terrifying water imp as well?
I've been asking for it for quite a while. I don't know why though. But yeah, I'm playing it.
Why does Paimon feel like you're pulling our leg? You're just piling on the rumors now. Still, if someone's really been hurt, then we can't just ignore the situation, right, Traveler?
Oh, marvelous. Then I'll just mark the stretch of water on your map. Don't forget that no matter what, safety always comes first.
Okay. Where does one has to go for this? Ah, into the new region actually. Okay. Yep. But yeah, I'm really just guessing this is like they're just like seeing Freminet and think he's about
the
a
stretch
rumor.
of water Delaroche was talking about? It looks really peaceful. Huh? Look, there's some footprints over there.
Quiet? Oof. Wide ahead. That's not nice to read.
These look pretty fresh. Did the water imp get someone again? Let's look around and see if we can find anything else. Wait! Did you hear something just now? What is that? Don't come any closer!
Come on,
Paimon?
Paimon.
Traveler? I'm sorry. I forgot I was still wearing this. Paimon, are you okay?
Paimon nearly mistook you for a water imp. Thank goodness it was just you wearing your helmet.
Huh? A water imp? Thelxie, you say? How surprising.
Huh? You know that name too? Or do you know someone else who's trying to investigate the water imp?
No, I think our situations are probably unrelated.
Wow, be careful with that, really. I don't want to be responsible for, like, I don't want to be the cause that you lose your job.
Sure, if that's in order. I know the name because of one of my employers. She noticed the clockwork penguins I brought to the workshop and contacted me through the shop's owner. She has commissioned me to make a special toy. Following her request, I've named the toy Thelxie.
Huh? But isn't it a little creepy to name a toy after a water imp? Wait, hold on! Freminet, you never take commissions from other people!
Yeah, but, she made a special request, but out of respect for her privacy, I can't really talk about it.
Well, still. Do still be careful with it.
It's alright though. She'll be coming over to check on my progress shortly, and I'll just tell her that you're two of my trustworthy companions. Hearing that, she might be willing to share some information, and you'll be able to continue with your investigation.
Huh. Even though you seem a little cold and reserved sometimes, you're still really considerate. Our target isn't necessarily the water imp, though. We're primarily here to investigate the disappearance of the fish.
The fish? Ah, I think I may have connected the dots. These past few weeks, I've been taking Thelxie for underwater testing every day. The pressure testing makes a lot of noise. So, all that about the disappearing fish? Well, it was probably because of me.
So that's how it was? That actually makes a lot of sense. Wait, so could that mean the child we heard about who walked into the water was also...
Okay. Yeah. But I also would think it's like, is it a reason? Okay, wait, depends on what kind of job you do, but yeah. At my last workplace, I sometimes also like watched streams or such when I was working. But yeah, this is mainly due to I was still doing my work even though I was watching it, so it was fine. And I mean, we were allowed to watch stuff or like you listen to music during our work, and just so like as a means to be a bit more concentrated, or like if it helps us work easier, then we could do that. I just had to do it with headphones, of course.
Yes, I think that's quite likely as well.
So in the end, it was just Freminet! Paimon spent all this time imagining what a water imp from the fairy tales might look like, and it all turns out to be just a hoax.
I'm sorry. It sounds like I've created a lot of trouble for everyone else as well. I'll try to finish this commission as soon as possible. Once I'm done, the fish should come back. Thanks for offering, but I can't trouble you any more than I already have.
Hey, it's no trouble at all! Didn't you just call us your trustworthy companions? Companions are all about helping each other, you know?
But don't you need to report back to your commissioner?
Nope, that's not how it works. See, Paimon's got these commissioner types all figured out, even though we were just tasked with finding out why the fish had gone missing. If we tell them now that it was all just a misunderstanding, you can bet they'd just immediately hand us another commission to help them get the fish back. Exactly! So if we can help you finish up your work and get the fish back, that would save us an extra trip!
Well, I guess so. If that reasoning also works, but at first it just sounded like Paimon being lazy.
Is that what you'd like to do as well? Huh. Alright, I'll trust your judgment. Please follow me. I've made a makeshift camp over there. I've stored Thelxie in the tent. He can respond to some simple verbal commands. You can try calling his name and see if he'll come over.
Whoa!
Oh, I didn't want to interrupt the last line, but okay. Well, nice that you only want to focus on me, but when you watch during work, don't only focus on me. You should focus on your work instead. Okay.
So that's Freminet's version of Thelxie. It's also penguin-shaped, just like Pear.
Yep. Had Thelxie lived in Penguin Town, he'd probably have become great friends with Pear. It's not really anywhere famous or important. Don't worry about it.
Hey, Thelxie. Nice to meet you. Do you know how to say hello?
Question, is this actually a Morse code down here? It could be, but I don't really want to check it right now.
I wanted to install a language output module,
Okay.
but due to time constraints, I had to give up on the idea. As it stands, Thelxie can only output messages that were pre-written into its motherboard. I haven't given him the ability to convert those messages into discernible words, so he can't really talk to us just yet.
No need to get so technical. So basically, you want us to help you complete and install this language module, right?
No, there's no need. That wasn't one of my employer's requests. It was just something I wanted to try. I have 2 other things I'd like your help with. The first is to do some integration testing on Thelxie's motherboard, to make sure he will be able to function properly in most situations.
That doesn't sound too hard. And what's the other thing?
The other shouldn't take too long either. You'll need to find Thelxie some colorful shells and coral, so I can craft a weapon for him.
A weapon? Will Thelxie have to fight?
Mm-hmm. Thelxie will need to be able to charge forward with a weapon in hand, like that brave prince of legend. It's a part of my employer's request.
What an imaginative employer! Naming Thelxie after a water imp, but wanting him to look like a prince?
Well, regardless of his role or species, Thelxie's purpose is the same. Just like Pear, he has come to this world to serve as somebody's companion.
Whoa, Thelxie just said something again! Could he understand what we were just talking about?
I mean, it would be interesting, what do you say, some Morse code, but it would take too much time to actually decipher it. I mean, it's not that hard, but still.
He can react to certain key words, but unfortunately, due to the lack of a translation module, he still can't quite communicate with us.
That's a pity. But anyway, the most important thing right now is for us to get to work. Maybe let's start by doing some testing on the motherboard. That sounds like something we can do here in the camp.
Sounds good. The motherboard is on my workbench, so please follow me.
No need. It just, I mean, it's easy like to translate Morse code and such, but I just, in general, find it just a tedious task. So yeah.
Ah, here we go. I have this testing manual, so feel free to reference it if you get stuck. Want to give it a try? It's okay if you don't succeed immediately. I've got a lot of backup boards just in case. Okay, knowing you, I'm sure you'll be able to figure it out.
I mean, there's probably already a few websites if like Google it, where you can just like find it. Okay, what's this minigame about? Ah, okay.
You're doing well. Just as I expected.
We've taken on a lot of similar tasks before, you know.
Then let's move on to the underwater part. It's just as I mentioned earlier. We're after colorful shells and coral. Oh, speaking of which, you're both already pretty used to Fontaine's underwater environment, right? Okay, that's good. Just let me know if you ever feel uncomfortable. I'll make sure to stay right by your side.
Yeah, okay.
It should be right over there. We'll be able to find something that'll help us with our search. This is it. We call this thing an echoing conch. It can detect special reflection waves in the water to help us with all kinds of underwater exploration and excavation efforts. Here, try it. Did you notice any interesting places? The echoing conch should have detected some just now. Let's go check them out. Alright, these should be enough. Let's head back to camp. Thank you for staying out here with me all this time.
Actually made this echoing kind of thing easier of like marking this as yellow now. Hmm. Can you just teleport straight to it? Oh, you can. Let's have this temporary teleporter, which is nice.
Ah, Freminet, you're back. I thought you might have been out diving.
I'm sorry, Madame d'Estray. I must have kept you waiting. I can report, though, that the construction of Thelxie is going quite smoothly.
Yeah, I just didn't check if if his camp serves as a temporary event teleporter or not. Not every event has like a temporary teleport like this. That's why.
There's no rush. I'm your employer, not your supervisor. And these two are...
Oh, they're two of my trustworthy companions. They're here to help me work on Thelxie.
Yes, I see. I suppose it's only natural for someone responsible like you to have some reliable friends.
It's really nice to meet you, Madame d'Estray. Are you Freminet's employer? Paimon is Paimon, and this is the Traveler.
Greetings, my new friends. Just call me Zuria. You are both so adorable. The sight of you reminds me of little fairies under a cottage roof.
Oh, do you really think so?
Of course. If my child had friends like you, then perhaps he wouldn't have become so obsessed with the tales of water imps. And I wouldn't have had to trouble Freminet here with this commission.
Obsessed with the tales of water imps?
Ah, so you don't know anything about my request yet? I would have thought Freminet had explained it to you already.
Well, Freminet told us that it was a private matter, so he didn't want to just share it willy-nilly.
I see. So Monsieur Freminet is even more discreet than I had thought. As you are assisting him with the project, I believe it'll be beneficial for you to learn more about its vision and history. But it would be quite impolite of me to simply pile all of my troubles on you without your permission. So, would you like to listen to my story?
Sure, you can tell us anything. You've already said nice things about us, so we'll try our best to help you get through your troubles.
Everyone's quite gullible when it comes to this.
Ah, what a lovely little fairy. Then let me think of a way to put my situation into words. I'm sure you're already familiar with the tale of the water imps, right? Simply put, parents came up with a story, painting water imps as scary abductors in an effort to convince their children to stay away from the water. My child is rather special, however. While most other children are terrified of Thelxie, he's infatuated with him.
Infatuated? With a water imp? What a brave soul.
Yes, he told me that he thought the water imp might have just been misunderstood. In his mind, instead of singing to abduct children, the water imp actually sang out of a longing for companionship. As a result, he often goes near the water in secret.
Ah, so he wanted to become friends with the water imp so it wouldn't be lonely any longer? What a unique way of thinking.
Thank you, little Paimon. He indeed has always stood out from the crowd. He was actually diagnosed with loneliness syndrome when he was only 8 years old.
Okay.
It's a type of mental disorder. Those affected by it often feel extremely lonely and lose interest in many mundane activities. The syndrome is probably what made him so determined to become friends with the water imp.
Oh no. Is it a very serious disorder?
If you were to become afflicted with the disorder, Paimon, you would only be able to say less than a fraction of the words you're saying to the traveler now.
No! Paimon won't accept that! We would have to find a doctor to help cure Paimon. Paimon has a 2,000-word quota for daily conversations with the traveler, and she won't settle for a single word less!
Wow, Paimon, do you really have a quota for this? No wonder so many think she's annoying.
The family doctor has already begun to treat my son, but since the disorder is rare, there aren't many good regimens for treatment. He's also developed some new symptoms lately, such as uncontrollable delusions.
Huh? Uncontrollable what now?
Uncontrollable delusions. To put it simply, he can no longer differentiate between fantasy and reality, and spends all his time in his fantasy world.
Then what is he seeing in his fantasy world?
It's a dream that he often mentioned to me when he was younger. I've compiled what I could understand of his recent rambling. It goes a bit like this.
Upon a time, there was a splendid and magnificent underwater kingdom of water imps on the Salakia Plains, 500 feet beneath the surface. Countless lovely water imps lived in houses made of rainbow shells and corals, tending to sea animals during the day and singing between fields of golden chitalga during the night. Everyone led carefree and blessed lives until the day of the Iridescence Parade, the important festival during which the new king would be crowned. Before the festival, all water imps would select the most precious pearl they owned, wrap it in golden branches and leaves, and offer it to their most beloved prince. And during the day of the parade, the prince would cross a rainbow bridge made from all the offered shells, and accept the crown from his father amid the applause of his subjects. Finally, the new king would bless everyone with his well wishes. As of the prince's name, it's none other than Falxy.
Amazing! Your son came up with all of this? He really crafted a lovely fairy tale world for Thelxie. It's like a beautiful dream.
But perhaps no beautiful dream can ever last long. You see, the story ended with a twist.
The day of the Iridescence Parade came as expected, but countless monsters also arrived alongside the prince. The monsters were evil and cruel and struck fear into all the water imps' hearts. The water imps, adept at singing as they were, could not defend themselves against the monsters. So the kingdom fell, the king was killed, and the water imps were locked behind bars. The rainbow bridge lost its color and crumbled away. The prince was barely able to escape with the help of a mysterious masked individual. But he had already lost everything and could only spend his days singing mournful songs. Just as the prince sang out of loneliness, so could his song only be heard by similar lonely children.
How could the story end like this? Is that kind of fantasizing what caused your son to develop his loneliness syndrome?
Well, it'd be more accurate to say that it was the syndrome that caused such terrible delusions to manifest. But in any case, the biggest problem is the patient eventually loses themselves to the fantasy world of their own creation.
My poor child can no longer differentiate between imagination and reality. He's begun to see himself as Thelxie.
Perhaps in his mind, the loneliness he felt became the same as that of a prince who lost everything he ever loved or stood for.
What? So that's what you meant by uncontrollable delusions. Then we have to help him snap out of it.
Alas, Most of the time, he acts as if he can no longer sense or interact with the real world at all. I've had several discussions with the doctor, and we think it is best to try to guide his fantasy. He once wanted to make a picture book of his imaginary world, but since the disorder progressed too quickly, he never quite got past the first page of the book. If we could use this book as a breakthrough for his condition... Here, you can take a look.
It actually like sounds a bit like of a mixture of like depression and like the thing what they call in Japanese like this Junubio thing. I'm not sure if if there's a proper expression for that kind of thing in English, to be honest. I just know it as Junubio.
So Zuria's son also saw Felxie as a penguin. Oh, he looks so sad.
What we should do now is help him complete this picture book. However, we'll lead the story to a different ending. One where the water imp prince is eventually able to restore his kingdom with the help of his friends. We'll need to chase away his loneliness and sorrow, and let him perceive a world full of hope again. That's what I mean by guiding his fantasy.
But if we just need to finish the picture book, why does Freminet need to make a Felxie as well?
Because we need to treat the book's story seriously, as if it's a history of things that have really happened. We'll need to go on a journey like Felxie, and help him regain his crown and country. But my child can no longer go on a journey of his own. This is why I commissioned Freminet here to craft a Felxie, and then I'll paint the journey with this Felxie into the picture book.
Ah, like a stand-in for your son! Paimon's starting to get it now. Oh, you really put a lot of thought into this, Zuria. Paimon still has one question, though. Where will we be able to find a Water Imp Kingdom?
Good
There are
question.
some ruins on the seabed of the Salacia Plains. I've already asked Freminet to research them for me. We'll be able to use one of the ruins as the kingdom.
Oh, so we'll just need to act out a performance of, a brave journey through the Kingdom of Water Imps. As long as we chase away the monsters in the ruins, it'll count as chasing away the monsters in the Water Imp Kingdom, right?
Sadly, no. We won't just be putting on a performance. It's just as Zuria said. We need to take this seriously, and the only way we can take this seriously is if we choose to believe everything that's happening is real.
So we'll be playing it straight, or, making it a fully immersive experience? Oh, neither of those really sound right. Well, either way, we'll still be able to help, right?
It's all right. There's no need to get that serious. It's not a big deal. I believe in my son. We can just see this as him wanting to stay asleep for a bit longer, because he's so enamored with his dream.
Zuria.
Keep your spirits up, everyone. If we were to look troubled, my son is sure to become anxious as well. I should be heading back right about now to check on my son.
I'm honest, not many parents would play along with something like this so easily.
We temporarily moved to a place on the hill over there, so my son will have a better spot to convalesce. It's not far from the water, and there's also a great view. Feel free to come find me if anything urgent comes up.
Understood. There's also one last thing. Since these two friends were able to help me out, I've made some more progress on Felxie. I estimate that he should be ready sometime tomorrow.
That's great news. I must thank you all. With that in mind, how about we meet here in 2 days' time to head to the Kingdom of Water Imps? All right, everyone. Let's meet again in another 2 days.
Zuria sure is a brave and optimistic lady. Freminet, do you think her plan will work out?
Let's discuss that over by the tent. There were a few things that I didn't bring up because the Madame was here.
What is it, Freminet? What did you want to say?
If you don't mind me asking, I would like the two of you to mentally prepare yourselves. This is the first time that you've met anyone with the syndrome, right? I know you two are both really strong and will do everything you can to help the child. But with the syndrome being the way it is, if things don't quite turn out as we wish, I hope you'll be able to accept the outcome and not put too much blame on yourselves.
Freminet, why do you bring this up all of a sudden? Didn't we just promise Zuria that we'll be optimistic about everything working out?
It's not that I'm not optimistic. It's just...
Ah, so that's why you looked like you knew exactly what she was talking about. Wait, Freminet, don't tell Paimon that you also...
No. Please don't misunderstand. I've never had it. I've just seen many cases of it at the House of the Hearth, back when we lived under the previous director. They say there are many factors surrounding the development of this illness. I've heard everything from hereditary factors and one's state of mind, to environmental factors, and even ley line disorder effects. Some even say it could be caused by contamination from god remains. And from the cases I've seen, there weren't many positive outcomes. In the worst cases, the patient could even pass away.
What? It could get that serious? And here Paimon thought they'd just stop talking as much.
Yeah, that's just the nature of it. So, if you'll find it difficult to cope with the worst case scenario, I would prefer that you back out right now. I don't want you to help only to feel like you failed.
Yeah, that's right. Paimon's seen all of those things too. No matter how hard it might get, we won't be scared.
Really? Then in that case, let's see this real-life fantasy adventure together to the end.
Yeah! But Paimon has a question. If this illness can really be as bad as you've described, then do you really think Zuria's method will be able to help? After all, we'll just be using a toy as Thelxie and some ruins as the Kingdom of Water Imps. The whole adventure will only be turned into a picture book for her son to read.
Well, I think it should be able to do something. To harbor a fantasy means that the child wants to save himself somehow. The only reason he's allowed his dream kingdom to fall is because he's lost control of his heart. But if we can help him regain control and escape from the darkness, we'll be able to change his world. Like helping someone who's lost their voice be able to speak again.
I feel like I've called this like loneliness syndrome. I think Gator just wants to get around the trouble of calling. It's just straight up depression. Because in many ways, those are just like simply the same symptoms as like people with depression.
Oh, Paimon sees what you're saying now. Huh. How do you understand all of this so well, Freminet?
Well, maybe because I've also had many of my own dreams in the past. I even had my own fairy tale world, much like that boy's. I was able to draw a lot of support from it, so I believe in the power of fantasy worlds. So you remembered.
What Penguin Town? Why doesn't Paimon remember? Is that also a fairy tale world? Don't leave Paimon in the dark!
Come on, Paimon.
Hey, why did you put that on?
It's just... one of my personal quirks. Please pay it no mind. Anyway, Penguin Town is a peaceful place with lots of penguin residents. They're all really good at making clockwork toys. And Pear is the town's triumphant hero, as well as the one who quietly protects the whole place.
Pear? But didn't you make Pear yourself?
Well, I often think that Pear only came to me because he realized how much I needed him. So it's not so much that I made Pear, as Pear chose me as his friend.
Freminet, are you sure you're not losing control of your fantasies as well?
No, I don't think so. I can still differentiate between fantasy and reality. I just believe that the fairy tale world of my dreams must also exist somewhere. It might just be hidden, which is why it's difficult to see. Or it will only reveal itself at very specific times.
Specific times? Like when you put on your diving helmet?
Yeah, that's the general idea of it.
Really? Paimon just said that because you put on your helmet.
Have you ever observed the surface world from underwater? It's as if you're viewing a whole different world from the outside. It's a very surreal feeling. Both alienating, but also as if you're being protected by something. I have a similar feeling when I put on my diving helmet. In those moments, it's possible to see some truly wondrous things, as if a fairy tale has become reality. It's almost like a sort of miracle.
Really? Like a miracle?
I mean, Paimon in general is a weird one out in this entire world. I'm still surprised that just like everyone casually accepts that she's just flying there and just being there and like most of the time just being the traveler's voice. When we rarely, like, I don't think we ever have seen a similar entity to Paimon ever in this game.
Well, if that's in order.
Hey, don't you still need time to work on Thuxie's weapon? We don't want to keep you from finishing your commission.
Right. I still have to collect some tools I'll need to craft the weapon. I've got to finish everything before tomorrow. Thank you for reminding me, Paimon. I'm sure there'll be other opportunities for you to try my helmet. Thanks for all of your help. I'll be off for now. Let's meet up here again in 2 days.
Actually quite pretty how they like did this whole menu, event menu. Good. Oh, okay, this is circle board puzzling. Let's do some puzzles then. Rope circuits. It's Rudo. And she really is like most of the time really the odd one out. Is this how this is supposed to work? Ah, okay. I bet they can cross over each other. Mhm. Does it just wait until it's done? Yeah, okay. Okay. Yeah, does not work. Okay. Mhm. I'll just delay him a bit. Yep, that worked. Quite simple so far. Mhm. Wait, isn't this the same one? Oh yeah, that was the same one. Okay. Already done with all of them. Those passes were quite easy. Okay, this is just the quests. What do we have here? We have, okay, do some more seashell stuff. All those rewards. Base game, I already know about the rewards. I need to spam them into my face. Okay, this was just like trying to trick me a bit. Okay. Okay, what's the next one? Right over here. Oh, this way wants to take me. Oh, why seals? They're too cute. I don't want to kill them. I don't like it that they introduce the seals as enemies. Okay, why is this blocked? So it's unnecessary. Ah, because of that. Like I say, these first two mini games quite easy and don't think really much effort put into them. Ah, there's a crab. Okay, you need 80 for him to train. Okay. Which you almost got. And now waiting. Still really unnecessary gimmick in my opinion.
Days finally come to meet up with Zerd.
Is your child feeling any better?
Thank you for your concern, Freminet. His condition is fairly stable. The family doctor said we might be able to take him out for a stroll today.
Zuria, Freminet, we're here!
Seems like everyone's arrived now.
Not quite. Aren't we missing someone? But Paimon has a guess where he might be. Hey, Thalxie!
Is this a coral as a sword?
Whoa!
Yeah, not a coral, a seashell.
Now. He's looking sharp.
Indeed. With his weapons in hand, Thalxie looks more formidable than ever. You've really outdone yourself, Freminet.
We helped you.
Yes, you really had a good eye for materials. Everything you found was high quality. Speaking of which, Zuria just told me that she wants to end the adventure with the coronation ceremony. So, could I also trouble you with finding some materials for the crown? You can just keep an eye out for them on our way to the ruins. I was planning to collect the materials myself, but then I realized you might be able to find some prettier ones than what I could get my hands on.
Seems like everything's ready to go. Shall we head out?
Please wait a moment. I was just thinking. Since Thalxie has already shown us his brand new appearance, we may already be able to draw a new page in the picture book. What do you think?
Ooh, Paimon's excited now.
Why don't we use the story we know as a reference? Just make the atmosphere a bit less grim.
So we'll take out the sad parts and replace them with happier stuff? Sounds great to Paimon.
All right, I'll give it a try. I'm not very adept at drawing, but I've seen a lot of art during my work. Now, as far as the actual content of the drawing, please tell me what you'd like to see.
Let me think. We can draw the weapon. The prince has picked up the Sword of Courage and the Shield of Perseverance, which proves he has crossed the mire of doubt, and now is ready to wage war against the darkness.
I wonder if we can pick some options like they did this one time with like a very old Dragon Spine event in Albedo where you could like pick how you want to draw a picture of Paimon.
Okay, I'll add the weapons. Anything else?
Paimon wants to give him some friends. Felxie's got some friends by his side now, so he's no longer fighting alone.
Okay, I'll also draw some companions. Anything else? Color. Ah, color, yes, that's really important. The road in front of him now will no longer be just grayscale, but bursting with color and hope.
Also, for saying she has not much experience in drawing, why does she draw so good?
Who would have thought the page could have become so inspiring? How wonderful! Splendid ideas, everyone.
Great! Everyone looks super pumped up. Felxie most of all.
Are you seeing this, my son? Are you feeling inspired by this as well?
Cute.
I'm sure he is, Zuria. And this is still just the first page.
That's right! Paimon can't wait to see the picture book when it's all finished. We should finish it as soon as possible and keep up the belief and hope in our hearts.
Mm-hmm. I'm starting to look forward to it as well. So let's get the show on the road and head towards the Kingdom of Water Imps.
Yay! Felxie's fantastic adventures begin now!
Right, we still have to find the crown materials.
Look! Those are materials that we can use for the crown, right? Let's get some for Freminet.
Oh, come on, I wasn't close enough.
These should be enough. I knew you'd have a knack for finding the best materials. We shouldn't need anything else to head to the Kingdom of Water Imps.
I think Freminet could have found them by themselves. It's not like we did anything special.
Whoa! Is that the entrance to the underwater ruins ahead?
Ooh. Okay. Wait, this is a Geodude? Yeah. Beast Body, come on.
So these are the underwater ruins that Freminet found. They're pretty amazing, but still not exactly the kind that Paimon was imagining. Oh, yeah, Paimon knows. It's just... Paimon thought we'd actually see a fairy tale world. Like with the Water Imp's colorful houses and the Rainbow Bridge.
I'm sorry. I was hoping to put up some decorations, but ran out of time to do it by myself.
Wow, Freminet really wants to go hard on this.
Whoa, someone's already switched into fantasy mode.
Seems like the travelers already got the gist of things. You should do your best too, Paimon.
Don't underestimate Paimon. Paimon can flip the switch too. Now entering Paimon Fantasy Mode! Ahem. Young adventurers, 'tis Paimon, guardian goddess of this land. State your goals and intentions for visiting this nation.
We are the companions of Prince Thalxi, your Divine Highness. We have come to help him reclaim the glory that he has lost.
Oh, reclaiming your glory! Thy goddess here has golden glory, silver glory, and bronze glory. Which is it that the prince has lost?
Huh?
Well, Paimon, you're not... She can't play the role of a god as well. Yeah.
Not at all! This is the goddess's test! From your responses, the goddess has concluded that you're all brave adventurers without the taint of greed in your hearts. As such, you are worthy of everyone's respect. So please accept the goddess's reward. The goddess will now bestow all 3 types of glory upon you. And as for this prince, the goddess will also bestow upon you the rainbow glory, so your future will always be filled with light.
My gratitude to your Divine Highness for such generous blessings. Power is now surging through every part of my body.
Me too. Is this the divine inspiration of legend?
Now, adventurers, forge bravely ahead and defeat the monsters that have taken over the kingdom. You will be sure to find that which you seek.
Okay, what do we have here? What an enchantment. Oh, we also have Freminet in the party.
Please be careful, brave adventurers. Just ahead are some evil enemies that have invaded the kingdom of water imps. They're called... Hilly Churls of the Deep.
Commencing cleanup!
Those accursed enemies are back again. Your Highness, please show them what you're made of.
My apologies.
What does the skill actually do?
Unleash! Cryo Incarnate!
Face game.
Fallen leaves, adorn my night! We're under attack again. It's a Lawitcher of the deep.
There's no need to fear, my friends. His Highness is so strong now that even a Diviniture of the deep would pose no threat to him.
It's finally over. So have we defeated the evil monsters and reclaimed the kingdom of water imps?
Casa be like, let me also float like Paimon.
Yes, it should now be time for us to attend Thalxi's coronation ceremony. The only thing is, I didn't expect this to go so smoothly. I thought it would have taken longer for us to reach the heart of the ruins. It was my mistake. I should have told Freminet earlier that we would also need a crown.
It's all because the Traveler and Goddess Paimon were too strong! We just eradicated all the monsters in one go!
It's okay, Zuria. We can come back again once I've made the crown.
Then I must thank all of you again for taking the time, and you too, Thelxie, my child.
Thelxie's turning out to be a real expert at fighting!
I don't think there's anything that will be able to stop him. He's like a true prince now.
Yes, I agree as well.
Let's head back to camp for now. I asked the Traveler to search for some materials on the way because I want to make the crown as soon as possible.
We can add an update to Thelxie's fantastic adventures as well! Now that we've reclaimed the Kingdom of Water Imps, it's time for us to draw some new scenes in the picture book!
Good luck trying that when it's made out of metal.
Zuria and Freminet, why don't we draw the new pages first? Paimon really wants to update the picture book.
I wouldn't be surprised if someone eventually is like making a plush out of this though. Like, maybe not Genshin, like Miro themselves as like official merch, but like someone as like unofficial merch. Probably definitely will do it.
Hey, you didn't have to say it out loud.
No problem. I'm happy to oblige. Then in that case, the story today should go something like this. After overcoming many obstacles, Prince Thelxie and his brave companions finally arrived at the entrance to the Kingdom of Water Imps. At this time, the little fairy in the group, Paimon, revealed her true goddess form to her companions.
Woohoo! The goddess has arrived! She praised the companions for their purity, and to reward them, she bestowed upon them many blessings, and even prayed that the prince would be able to fulfill his goal!
Also, I hope this won't be foreshadowing. They're like saying the pixie revealing herself as like the true god. Hopefully this is not like foreshadowing to Paimon's like proper identity. It would be so silly if they foreshadowed it like this in events, in like such a like more comedic event.
Bathed under the goddess's glory, the prince and his companions charged into the bastion of evil, chased away the monsters, and rescued the pretty water imps from their imprisonment. The prince finally managed to reclaim his kingdom. But as for the crown...
Oh no! The crown isn't ready yet!
No. The crown was within the prince's reach, but the monsters took it with them as they fled. They haven't given up and are sure to return, but the prince is certain to reclaim the crown the next time they fight. The brilliant rainbow shall descend onto the kingdom once more.
Oh, and Paimon can almost see it all happening now! Whoa! The pages are beautiful! Zuria is really talented at drawing.
In general, I kind of feel like Paimon enjoys like playing and acting out like city roles like that quite often. Just get the feeling like be it in some events sometimes, or also sometimes just in the story, or just like side quests. But well, she's mostly a goofball anyway, so it's not that surprising.
Thank you, everyone. We've also completed the second page of the picture book now. Thelxie's journey is one step closer to its end, and the promised coronation. My child, You'll also be able to brighten up when that time comes, right?
I'm sure he will, Zuria. Who knows? Perhaps the doctor will already have some good news for you when you get back home today.
Yep. At least Zhongli tries to treat us for food, but he also barely has Mora most of the time.
I sure hope so, Your Divine Highness. Oh, Freminet, about the time you'll need for the crown.
Please don't worry. One day should be more than enough.
Ah, then I must thank you for your hard work. All right, let's rendezvous here in another 2 days' time for our final adventure, okay? And see you in 2 days, my lovely friends.
Alright, it's about time we start heading off too. You've still got some work to do, right, Freminet?
Yeah, I'll need to go to the city shortly to get some parts for the base of the crown. I want to try out a few different designs and choose the one that looks the best.
Freminet indeed is really dedicated when it comes like to fabricating a
Yeah.
detailed story.
Paimon knew that you didn't often take commissions from others, but Paimon had no idea you'd be so dedicated once you're on the job.
Well, about that, it might be because...
Because what?
It's because... I hope...
What's the matter? And what's with that look on your face? You're turning red, and it looks like you're about to run away and put your helmet on again.
Am I turning red?
All right. We won't bother you anymore for today, Freminet. Let's see each other in 2 days' time.
Okay, thank you. See you in 2 days. I hope that everyone who's found themselves in a dark place would be able to see something beautiful and experience a miracle for themselves.
Well, Paimon called it. It's just like fighting trials now. Looks like it. More combat trials, of course. It feels like there's no event without those. Are about 6,000? Yep. Yeah, let's go with a bit of AoE focus into this. Exchange is okay.
Right now, right here. Emerge.
This way, turn a little. Up, little bit. Swirl, Mark 2.
Right here. A sight to behold. Emerge. Right now. Right here.
Hey! The Temple of Wisdom!
Dissipate. Out of my way.
Animation Animal test 6308.
Right now, right here.
Care for a dance?
I see everything. Make yourselves at home.
Animal hypostasis. Nothing lasts forever.
Dance with me!
Emerge. Right here, right now.
Be a good audience, won't you?
Right here.
Everyone hold hands. Sharing my knowledge.
Another test subject.
Stand with me. I'll settle this. Looking for a fight? Absorption test. Emerge. Right now. Emerge.
Hey.
Ha!
Make yourselves at home. I see everything.
I'm always watching. Right now. Right here. Lightning. Terrify! Hey! Enhanced Animal Module 75. Emerge. Right
Dance
now.
with me!
Ha!
The show's only just begun. Care for a dance?
Everyone hold hands. Sharing my knowledge.
Emerge. Nothing lasts forever.
Dance with me!
Right now. Right here.
Okay, got
Be
this.
a good audience, won't you?
That's party. I feel like the same party would be nice for this.
Emerge. Right now.
Okay.
Hey,
Why didn't I switch my character?
make yourselves at home.
Out of my way! Emerge. Right now. A sight to behold. Emerge. Right now.
Everyone hold hands.
Animal test 6308. Swirl. Emerge. Ha!
I see everything. The Temple of Wisdom.
Dissipate. I'll settle this. Stand clear. Right now. Right here. Right now. I'm always watching. Right here. Right now.
Hey, make yourselves at home.
Out of my way! Absorption test. Animal hypostasis and... Emerge. Right here. Emerge.
The Temple of Wisdom.
Our bond is strong. I'll settle this. Stand clear. Right here. Emerge. Nothing lasts forever. Right now. Emerge. Right here.
Everyone hold hands. Make yourselves at home.
Stand with me. Lightning. Terrify! Absorption test. Enhanced Animal Module 75. Emerge. Right now. Emerge.
I see everything.
Animal test 63. Right now. Right here. A sight to behold. Emerge. Right now. Right here.
Okay. They're not too hard at it. What do I have next? I'll go for my freeze party for this one, maybe.
Manifest by ordinance divine. Clouds high. The birds.
Hold the line.
My apologies.
Sakura swirl! Unleash!
Wind strider.
Whirling snow! Obey!
Fallen leaves. Adorn my...
Rust and Reven.
My apologies! Unleash! Do your master's bidding!
What? Why did he get launched so high? What the fuck?
Take flight! Embrace the ice! Obey!
The wind knows me. As one with wind and cloud.
Embrace a storm! Where do you think you're going? Whirling snow! Take... So rude!
Your coming was foretold.
By ordinance divine, you will regret the...
Allow me.
Whirling snow! Sakura swirl! Some target.
I did nothing particularly different.
Practice.
Now I fight these enemies though. It might be due to like this Warren skill from the Penguin. Guitaria. Ah. I'm tempted to actually use the Triad amulet for this because it would fit nice for this buff. Ah.
Everyone hold
Another
hands.
test subject.
Out of my way! Time to shine! Don't blink! With sword comes shadow.
What's your call?
Speed of light. Hey!
Hey,
Incoming!
I see everything.
Lightning terrified! Dissipate! Oh. Let my name echo in song! Don't blink! Cut to the chase! Hey! Speed of light!
Sharing my knowledge.
I'll settle this! Shower me with... let the world come alive! Nowhere to hide! Hey!
of light.
Oh. I just got really high score with this party unexpectedly. First time that I'll actually use this party in like a proper challenge setting. You could try the same party, just hope Kubi can keep up the feeling.
Everyone hold hands.
Stand with me. Out of my way. Time to shine.
Make yourselves at home.
Cut to the chase. Incoming. Hey! Yeah! Don't blink.
Hey, share my knowledge.
Dissipate. I'll settle this. Strike a pose. Speed of light. With sword comes shadow.
Everyone hold hands. The Temple of Wisdom.
Our bond is strong. Out of my way. Yoo-hoo! Let the world come alive! Don't blink. Hey! Nowhere to hide. Speed of light.
Hey,
Dissipate. Lightning purified. Strike a pose. Time to shine.
make yourselves at home.
Don't blink. Hey, cut to the chase. Incoming.
Earlier, committed to memory. The Temple of Wisdom.
Our bond is strong. Out of my way. Shower me with praise. Let my name echo in... Nowhere to hide.
Sweet. Those challenge passes were also very easy, to be honest. Especially considering since I have not optimized this party yet. But okay. Hey, we gotta wait 2 more days again.
Today's the final day of Felxie's fantastic adventures. Let's go find Freminet at his camp. Hey, Freminet! Felxie! We're here!
Hello, Paimon. Hello, traveler.
Is the crown ready?
Yes, we're just waiting for Zuria now. She hasn't arrived yet.
Then let's wait for her a little while. Or actually, maybe we can go find her. It's not too far from here anyway. Didn't she say she just lives on the hill over there?
Hey, traveler, Paimon.
Oh, and speaking of...
Found you two at long last. I'm so glad that you both are all right.
Huh? Why are you here, Miss Delaroche? And what could have happened to us?
What could have happened? That water imp Thelxie, of course. After I gave you that commission the other day, I began to get worried and went asking about the boy that went missing.
Oh, that? We've got it all figured out now. The boy you heard about was just Freminet. Even the missing fish was his fault. Don't worry, we'll help you get the fish back as soon as we're done with this job.
Oh, sorry about that. I've been diving in the area recently.
Huh? Freminet diving? No, that's not what happened at all. I've heard a completely different account. What I was told is that about a month ago, a child tied a bunch of heavy seashells onto his body and walked into this open stretch of water. He never came back. What could that be if not that water imp's work?
I think I'm already like understanding what's going on here. Or like, I think I already pieced together what like this whole event story is about.
Are you sure?
100% sure. I've confirmed the account with several veteran fishermen I know. The child was only 8 years old. His name was Lescaut.
Yep, I
Lescaut
expected that.
Destray.
Wait, Lescaut Destray?
Yeah, that's the name. They say the family took on the name after moving to the city from a place called Stray. Anyway, his mother is a pretty famous art dealer, while his father passed away from an accident many years ago. Well, naturally, his mother was devastated by the incident and fell terribly ill. It's said that she left the court of Fontaine, and no one knows where she's gone.
It can't be, right? Lescaut Destray? Zuria Destray? It must be some sort of a coincidence?
I'm sorry, miss. We've got to go check on something right now.
Oh, I see. Well, you go on ahead. I just came to make sure that you're both all right. I'll head back then. Please remember to take care.
Well, no wonder she's like that's good at drawing, even though she said she doesn't have that much experience with it.
Another test subject.
Excuse us. Is anyone here? Is this Madame Destray's place?
Who are you? I have a patient here who needs quiet bed rest. Please leave us be unless you have anything urgent to report.
This is the residence of Zuria Destry, and I'm Jala Khan, her family doctor. What did you mean by your question just now? Who else could be my patient?
Your patient should be Zuria's son, right? She told us herself that her son had contracted loneliness syndrome.
No, you're right. Young Master Lescaut did have that illness once upon a time, but he's... Well, the young master's no longer with us. And now the Madame has come down with the same illness. Are you her friends by any chance? Oh. So, when she had requested time to go out over the past few days, it was so she could spend them with you.
So, if I'm understanding this right, the one who's suffering from uncontrollable delusions is the Madame herself? She believes her son is still alive?
That is correct. When the young master disappeared, she was organizing an art exhibit that she had specifically prepared for him. But since she had to leave the house, she was unable to see her son one last time. That might have been the trigger for her regret. Or perhaps the family's fall into loneliness and grief was inevitable as soon as the old master passed away. First the son, and then the mother.
But how could that be? She really looked like she had a handle on everything. Her smile was so lovely, and she even told us to stay optimistic. But you're saying she...
Those actions are proof that she can no longer differentiate between fantasy and reality.
Then all the other things that she told us about her son, were those fake too?
No, those were all real. Although they were all things that happened before the young master left us for good. Madame's time has just never moved forward since his passing.
I see. So after her son left, she created a fantasy world where her son was still with her. She was looking for a way to cure his illness when she ran into us.
She has been in a good mood the past few days, even humming a song when she returned from her stroll. She even began discussing with me the idea of using deliberate guidance to ease the illness. It was all going well, until last night. She spent a whole night staring at the shell the young master left behind, and the words that he had inscribed onto it. Then she broke down once more. I prescribed some sedatives, and she's currently resting.
But then what should we do? How can we help her? There has to be something we can do.
Don't panic, Paimon. Even though this is a devastating piece of news, we must all calm down first. What should we do? I need to think. I need to remember the old house of the hearth and the children who lived in it. Those patients, and what their doctors said back then. What if... Dr. Jalakon, have you seen a picture book? The Madame should have brought it back with her.
Are you thinking about trying the guidance therapy she talked to me about before? It's worth a shot. I'll go get the book.
Yes, this is it. That's right. If what Dr. Jalakon said was true, the past few days have been very helpful to Zuria, so we should complete this journey. We need to show her that her child has found a happy ending in the world of her dreams.
But wouldn't that just make it harder for her to accept reality?
One must first face reality before accepting it. The Madame has been crushed by her feelings of grief and can no longer bring herself to face reality. Our first priority would be to get her out of this state.
Right. Before today, I had thought she wanted to use Thelxie's fantastic adventures to save her son. But now, I think she might need it to save herself. And if we could complete it, we should be able to give her some feeling of inspiration and closure. Maybe those feelings would be enough to give her some courage to face reality again. There's no time to waste. Let's set off right away.
Alright, we're going back to the kingdom, I guess. Ah, we have a teleport for it. Nice. No, that's not the one I wanted. Ah, the picture book, probably.
We're here again. This is the final part of Thelxie's journey, but the most important person is missing.
Everyone, please don't be so down and gloomy. Remember what she told us? If we were to feel troubled, the patient would become anxious as well.
You're right. Paimon needs to smile. If we have to give something to Zuria, it should be our smiles. We have to keep smiling as we finish this adventure. And then she'll be able to recover, right, everyone?
Yeah, I'm sure she will.
Oh, fighting.
Be careful, brave adventurers. Here come the evil monsters that stole the crown. These Cyclops. Let's beat them up.
Watch out, everyone! They're coming at us again!
There's nothing to fear. Prince Thelxie looks stronger than ever today. He must be going all out.
Strike a pose! But mine...
Oh, you're not the final enemy, right? We'll reclaim the crown for you now, Your Highness! I see everything. The Temple of Wisdom.
Incoming! Cut to the chase! Speed of light!
Downloading
I'm
screen.
sorry. I have to go. I made a promise to my friends, and I'm already very late.
But, Madame, you're still...
Don't try to stop me. Today's the most important day for treating Thelxie. We'll use the guidance method. Didn't you also say that you think it'd work?
I'm not trying to stop you, Madame. It's just... Could you tell me the name of your child?
Dr. Jalacan, how can you forget the name of your own patient? His name is Thelxie. He's the prince of the kingdom of water imps. We will go today to reclaim his crown and attend his coronation ceremony.
I see. Madame, please rest assured, everything is still on schedule. Your friends have already departed to find... Wait, look. They've already returned.
Zuria! Zuria! We've retrieved the crown!
Paimon, everyone, have you really?
Yes, but the coronation ceremony still hasn't taken place, because we felt like you should be the one to preside over it.
Wonderful, how wonderful! Thelxie, my child, are you hearing this? Everything you lost will now come back to you, and soon, very soon, you will never be lonely again.
And the last page of the picture book. It's still waiting for you to illustrate in color.
Right, the picture book. But I don't know what I should put on the last page.
Don't worry, Thelxie and his friends all know what should go on it. Get ready, Zuria. We'll describe everything for you.
Okay.
At last, Thelxie and his friends were able to drive off the final invading monsters and achieve a dashing victory. Their success was complete, and the recovered crown resplendent.
The water imps. finally returning to their homes, showered the prince with love and applause as he greeted them. They once again offered their precious shells to the prince and reconstructed the rainbow bridge of old. As he watched the scene unfold, the prince could not help but be touched by its beauty.
Moved by everyone's happiness, the prince stepped onto the rainbow bridge and took a good look at all the friends who had gone on the journey with him. There stood the traveler, Goddess Paimon, Freminet, and...
I would like said Goddess Bible. She would put like the way you pronounce that or something.
Huh? Where's the last person? The prince looked frantically around, but could not find the person he wanted to see most. At that moment, the person suddenly appeared on the other side of the bridge. She walked towards him with a smile and slowly lifted her veil.
The prince could not hold back his tears. He recognized then that the mysterious person that had been by his side the whole time was none other than his mother. Surya walked across the bridge and placed the crown above the prince's head. She smiled down upon him as she said, "My prince, my king, you shall never, ever need to feel lonely again."
I don't think she deserves it, to be honest. Also, yeah, I was missing the word which I wanted to say. How she emphasized her name with the goddess part. Just about it didn't want to come to me.
That's the end of the story, Zarya.
Thank you. Thank you all. I am so sorry, my child. Maman should have spent more time with you. Did you hear the story? You'll never have to feel lonely again. Maman loves you too.
What's happening? Is Zarya talking to Thelxie?
Okay, now I'm actually curious what like the most call said.
Quick, put on my diving helmet. There's a transcription module in it that's compatible with Thelxie's output signals. You should be able to use it to understand what Thelxie's saying.
Ah.
Maman loves you too.
But I love you more, Maman.
What? Did you see something?
Maman, I'm getting a little sleepy. If it's time for bed, can you hum a lullaby to me again?
Of course, my dearest child. As long as you want to hear it, Mama will always hum for you.
Thank you, Maman. Your lullaby has always been my favorite. Now that I've heard it, I can return to my dream and to the kingdom of water imps in peace.
My poor darling. Please don't forget. I will always love you. My love is greater than the entire distance between here and the kingdom of water imps.
I won't forget, Maman. And so is my love for you. greater than the entire distance between here and the kingdom of water imps. Good night, Mammon.
I mean, I don't want to ruin it, but we thought like she supposedly hacked her son. I'm wondering now how it must have looked like how she hacked the robot penguin.
Traveler, Paimon, you're here.
Freminet, why did you call us in such a hurry? Did you hear something from Zuria? Oh, if it's not good news, Paimon doesn't want to hear it.
Don't worry, it's definitely great news. The Madame came here for a visit just now with her doctor. Color has returned to her cheeks, and she sounded full of energy as well. She said she'd like to return to the court to continue hosting the art exhibit. But this time, she'll work with her doctor to exhibit some picture books related to the illness. Of course, Thelxie's fantastic adventures and the guidance therapy will be included in the exhibit as well. She'd like to use her experience to help others.
That's wonderful! So it wasn't bad news after all.
Mm-hmm. Here, please take this picture book with you. The Madame wanted you to have it. If, at some point in the future, you were to run into someone with similar troubles, she hopes the book would be of use to you.
Now I'm wondering if they were actually used this picture book in an event somewhere down the line. If just like saying it like this. But I'm guessing probably not.
But this is her son's story, right? Is it really okay to give the book to us?
Don't worry, it's just a copy. She still has the original. It's extremely important to her.
Alright, then there's no problem. It feels good knowing we've contributed to something important. Paimon definitely didn't expect the fantasy adventure to be so useful. Paimon was a little worried about how everything would turn out. After all, fantasy is just fantasy.
Paimon, do you know what the Madame said? She said that at the moment when she placed the crown on Thelxie's head, she felt like she really saw something beautiful. Her child had returned, and he told her that he loved her. She also said that was when she was finally able to bid farewell to her son. She felt like at that moment, she was healed by some mystical power, and she was filled with courage from head to toe.
Oh, really? But could that just be another part of her fantasy?
Perhaps. But if fantasy is just fantasy, and the fantasy world is not real, then how could it still grant us these powers that we can continue to use in the real world?
I mean, they are in a world with like, I mean, it's element energy, but you could call it magic to some point, and like, magic is based in a lot of fantasy.
But what else could it be?
A descent of the fairy tale world into the real world. At that time, the wondrous fairy tale temporarily became reality and influenced real things in our world. That has to be what happened. You saw it too, didn't you?
What? That can't be what happened, right? There's just no way. Wouldn't it be like a miracle if that really happened?
Yes, I suppose that would be a miracle. I hope that everyone who's found themselves in a dark place would be able to see something beautiful and experience a miracle for themselves.
Well, This we're already done with the side quest, like with this event. Wait, do we actually get like taxi or so that he can run after you? Maybe just get a picture book. That's a furnishing. Sad. I thought it would like be like an extra companion which you could like have walk at your side. Like the mini Ocean that I have right now. But apparently not. Oh, I already understood that. That's my Freminet. There it is. Now I've got to think about what we wanna do next and see when did. Was a bit shorter than I expected it to be. Oh, there's a viewpoint I haven't picked up yet. Why did it freeze? Ah. Spamming escape fixed it. I managed to break Star Ray. Now I also managed to break Genshin in a way. I really need to play break Honkai Impact third.
Shower me with praise!
Then I broke all of them. I bet there are definitely some people strong in this game, but yeah. They probably might also have broken it by at some point already. Actually thinking right now, is that thing really left open which I want to do? I could check. I haven't leveled up her talents much yet. It's Friday and Sunday. Oh. Okay. Just thinking about, do I actually feel like living up any of the other characters at the moment? In fact, I haven't really cooking eyes. Or what I could do is actually like get the new artifact set for a bit. Because I've never picked it up and done it. And it's actually quite nice for any kind of arena team. What is like... lots of these guys. It's recommending a lot of other elements.
Wind Strider!
Rust and Reven!
Take flight! Kamisato art! Soretsu! Yeah! 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 Ta! Ta! Ha! Manifest!
Fallen leaves, adorn my...
Allow me!
My apologies!
I know, that's what I said it really. I do still have a few condensed presents. Sure, why not?
Obey! Do your master's bidding!
Wind Strider!
Rust and Reven!
Take flight! Sakura swirl! Yeah! Ha! Unleash!
Into the wind! Clouds high, the birds come!
My apologies! Unthinkable!
Come on.
Obey! Cryo Incarnate! Kamisato art! Soretsu!
Wind Strider! As one with wind and cloud!
Move out.
Take flight! Embrace the ice!
It really sounds so weird right now. Alright, forgot about it. Conan's presence lag. Takes a lot of time farming up this for you.
Unleash!
Hold the line.
By ordinance divine! Whirling snow! Yeah!
I really should have saved my effort for this one.
Manifest!
Rest and rebuild.
Unleash!
Wind strider, fallen leaves, adorn my night.
Billowing surge. Hold the line.
Take flight! My apologies!
Oh. And maybe get into the city and like get Conan's presence so this goes faster. I haven't been farming so long and wide that I totally forgot about it. um,
Manifest! Do your master's bidding!
Rest and rebuild.
Sakura swirl! Obey!
As one with wind and cloud.
A brash maneuver. Allow me.
Whirling snow!
oh, come on.
By ordinance divine.
Rust and Reven!
My apologies. Embrace the ice. Yeah. Obey.
Clouds high. The birds come.
Torrents, bring refuge! Hold the line!
Whirling snow. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, this one very better. And the last one.
Manifest. Cryo incarnate. Sakura swirl. Yeah. Obey.
Wind strider. Fallen leaves. Adorn my...
My apologies.
Oh, select. Okay, the question now is though, did I get any good ones out of this? Personally, I doubt that. It sometimes lags because of like the mods, but it's not always apparent if it's because of mod or not. This is kind of okay, I guess. Let's get all this trash artifacts out of this first. You really hold me in a high regard there. How many trash artifacts do I have? Huh. The cross of fire acceptable, I guess. This is taking way too long just because I have so many trash artifacts. Wow. just haven't leveled any in a while. That's mostly it. Oh, okay. I'm gonna start this one up for Farina. Also, I don't think there's death growths on it. Why is it only giving me death growths? Come on. This is gonna take a while. I just gotta see if this is better than what she currently has or not. HP 7% goblet. Favorable. Go with substats, but okay. Let's just see what I'm getting out of it. Why are you crying? I'm not getting attack percentage on her now. She doesn't even need attack percentage. She's not scaling on it. Currently it's down to 650. That's all I've already gotten. Those are like all like chest pickup artifacts and such, which you get like out of chests. I just haven't used them in a while. Okay. This one's bad, but okay. I doubt anyone has effects to wipe their tears, so yeah. Oh, you can see I've also still a bit of those over. I didn't even get to those yet. VR is acceptable. Defense is not near low. I'll keep torturing you then. Enjoy. I read my ears to it. Let's see, how is this for my Farina? Warrior, the loss and crit rate is not that bad. A lot more HP percentage with this knight. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, okay, she doesn't even need attack percentage, really. And a crit damage bonus would actually be quite favorable for her. I could have dropped a bit down. We should go for the one with bit extra HP. This upset of this one. Yeah, come on. A bit more damage. Yeah, I think it should be good for her. I just gotta figure out who I store. I think I stole some artifacts from other characters for her. It's just a question of which characters. Alright, Mona lost them. Out of that one I couldn't get for her, right. Maybe I feel like torturing you more and level up more artifacts if you want to. I just wanna like first fix the ones where like store some artifacts for my Freminet from. You never really have full set to begin with. Why are you missing one? The rest should be fine, yeah. I know you probably have re-equipped all of the rest there. I'm gonna go check. I didn't look through the Marshall Safe Finder once, which I got, but I only got 2. Also got so many of those again. Is there any one which could benefit from this? Not sure. It does have a good subset, so just to torture you more, I'm gonna level this one. The torture continues. I was like how it's barely doing any dent in my money. Not much left anymore. Any interesting circlets, goblets, which I could like use like flex picks. Not really. I feel like you're actually enjoying me being mean sometimes, so there you go. Oh yeah, no weird interesting ones which you could like level up for flex picks or anything. Yeah, okay. Also, what never really checked in a while, which I probably should do. I haven't been in my tea world in like months. I've totally neglected that.
This realm is...
Is there anything interesting and new in this? Got a few more blueprints I haven't picked up in a while. I'll just buy them up, because why not? Oh. I didn't intend that, but I don't really care.
If you ever...
Okay. Then I've checked this one out in like a while again, but yeah. I guess I'd also hop into the Enriches Guild, and I think I will also wrap this up after this one. Yeah, probably.
Add Astro. Thank you for
Also, what I probably could do as well.
Add Astro.
I could probably get like some really standard wishes for leveling up some characters, because I have still a few characters I have on level 1. And you get some free wishes granted for some level up, like, not level up, like ascension tiers. Like, yeah. I could get a few brains, because why not?
Everything.
Which would eventually be nice to level up, maybe.
Huh?
Why? What are you suggesting? Well, yes, yeah.
My perception.
Sure, why not? I might be interested in, like, building
My process.
Freminet.
Even though
Where's my key? Not again. This'll do nicely.
I just like it how it just feels like a total class in every voice line. Hold on, I don't even have like this for her. I got Nemo Center.
I'm a little more.
Why haven't I asked you yet? I'm actually interested in building you eventually, never that. Same for all life.
Thank you.
What does he need for? Ah, this thing. Okay.
Wait. Huh? No.
Oh. So what I wanted.
A blade embraces its duty.
Oh, this is an Tarito.
It is my.
Okay.
A blade
I'm only missing
embraces
one
its
for a
duty.
10 roll. Come on. Yeah, or not. There, that is the 10th one. Let's just do like a 10th roll on the banner for fun. And who is your supposed daddy? And they go try to free with
This is a day in
Get way too many of the bells. Also get some materials maybe to level these up.
life
Okay,
of
you're
a traveler.
Oh, I didn't get them from this month reset yet. Oh no, December just started. Yeah, I didn't check the resets yet. Silly me. I also need to check the reset stores in Star Rail.
I'm learning more about you all the time.
Ooh, I can feel my yoga.
Yep. Christmas is slowly coming up. Slowly but steadily.
I only wish life.
So this actually means I can level up these.
as leisurely as this a little more often. How greedy of me.
Also, of the Wobble Flower stuff, that means I can advance one of the talents. But I actually gotta farm some of the books. Which I can't do today, because I can't, which is not. Because I actually want a crown for Rena. She could be really nice. Okay. Then I actually can push these. Sweet. Okay, that. When can I get this material? Okay. I'm slowly getting close to the goal. Like, I'm having all of the weapons I own at least on level 70, because I want to have that. So, like, at least no matter which weapon I want to use, they're like at least at a point where they're usable. I don't really have to worry about it. Come in. But with that, with just like a little bit of like leveling show off to torture you. Oh, actually, did you be adding this tween here? So like at the moment, there's not really anything else in Genshin I feel like doing. So yeah, let's see, is anyone online we can raid? Not from the people which I'm already following, as usual. Then let's see if we can find someone. Yep. Torturing people is fun sometimes. Nah. Not torturing, but teasing them, definitely. Genshin Wiki is actually holding like a card tournament for the TCG game, which is interesting. I've never really went much into its like card game, like the Genius Invocation TCG. That's how the person we played it before. Thanks, Twitch Werbung. Don't be so loud. Well, but yeah. I already have rated it before, so let's give another rate. Not torture, but maybe tease. I would go with tease. Come on. But yeah. Oh wait, where did it? Come on. I've started to wait. And with that, torture is way more stronger than teasing, not gonna lie. But yeah. With that, I hope you enjoyed the stream. I hope you enjoyed the level up torture. And I'll be see you again next time. And be nice in the raid. Bye bye.